Hello there, you beautiful lot. Welcome back to another show here on Crafters TV. We are kicking off something really special for you. It is a launch day, and it is the launch of our In for a Penny event, which means you will get something for a penny in pretty much every bundle that is available to you in this show. And my oh my, are there loads of bundles. Talking of bundles, I'm joined by a bundle of joy. Becky is here on the other side of the studio. How are you, Becky?
Oh, that's so nice. That could have turned a bit.
You wondered where I was going there with that, didn't you?
I so did, yes. Hi, it's so lovely to be with you. I'm really excited. We've got oodles of treats coming up for you today. I thought I'd give you a little nosy if you fancy.
Yes, please.
Should we? So today we've got some treats coming up for you. I've got the wonderful Annabelle Spenceley on the way.
Nice.
We're going to be demoing this one, so we're going to be learning how to make this. I've also got, this is one of the big treats that's coming up today. The Junior is on offer. Joe's going to tell you all about that. I'm so excited. But there's like a mystery element to it, and the mystery, I've told you some of it there. But yeah, that is on its way. I've got some discovery kits for you as well, so if you fancy a little bit of colouring zen, we're going to be talking a lot about these wonderful treasures. I've also got some of the window dies. Now, I have had my eyes on window dies since they came out. I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I've made with them. This is the piece we're going to be making.
Nice.
I am obsessed. So those are just some of the treats that we're going to be looking at today. I'm really excited.
It's going to be an action-packed show. Get in touch with us as well. We'd love a gossip, wouldn't we, Becky?
Oh,
a bit of a natter, salacious gossip. If it's going to be gossip, make it salacious. Please do. Get that into us. You can chat with me along during the show. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. Right, I've got a few things that I want to share with you straight off the bat? Yeah, off the bat. I was going, in my head we were going without the gate, and I nearly went off the gate. Off the gate doesn't mean the same thing. Yeah, right. We're going to start with mystery. I know, because we have got for you an amazing deal on the Gemini Junior. It is an incredible die cutting machine. Becky's going to be telling us all about it as we go through the show, but unrivaled pressure. It's an A5 platform system. You get everything you'd normally get, so your free dies, your embossing folder, you also get your sandwich configuration in there as well. However, for the penny event, you are going to get over £100, or over $150 worth of mystery goodies. Look, I know. And the thing is, you basically, for a penny, you're getting all of that. So essentially, I mean, take the cost of that off the cost of your machine, you are on to a winner. I've been told I'm not allowed to show you what's in here, but I'm going to give you a little flash. Hello, a whole set of alphabets. Yes, please. How about some gorgeous things from some of our Christmas collections? They could be coming to you in there as well. It's amazing. Check out the platinum price. I know, £112 or £159.97. It's going to be super, super busy on that. So make sure you get your hands on it. Now, I want to share something else with you, because you guys love this stuff. It is our A3 Centura pearl. So everything you know about our regular Centura in the larger size. Also, 2 of these are double-sided, which makes them really special as well. So if you want to do larger concept card blanks for these, absolutely going to be able to. It's still got that gorgeous pearlescence to it. So you're getting it in the wonderful fresh white. You're going to get 20 sheets of it in the fresh white, which is excellent. You're also going to get it in the double-sided ivory as well. You're going to get 20 sheets in the double-sided ivory. This is just class personified, this colour, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And you're then going to get, for 1 penny, what can you get for a penny, Becky?
Not even a penny sweet.
Not even, they're not a penny anymore?
Nah, 2p round my way.
Gosh, classy where Becky's from.
It's Cheshire.
They give you a penny to take them where I live. You'll get for a penny, you'll get the pastels, 20 sheets of the pastels in there as well, which is absolutely awesome. That, I think, is one of the hottest deals on the show. You're going to love that one. Shall I whiz through some of the other penny deals that we've got for you on the show? For a penny or a cent, of course, depending on where you are. Let's start off. I love that a lot of these penny deals, they actually take into account a lot of your core stuff, so stuff that would be great for you to stock up on. Do you want foam on a roll for a penny? Of course you do. You just get the foam pads, we give you the foam on a roll for a penny. A stonking deal, that one. We also have the stamping plate collection for you as well. This one here, that stamping mat, 1p, should be £10.99. Incredible value. You get the 4x4, the 6x6 stamping platforms, and that stamping mat as well. Oh, buy 10 foils, get one for a penny. Yes, please. £27.94, £34.66. You've got some amazing colours in here as well, which is fantastic. So you've got berry, cerise, disco ball, gold, gold shimmer, holly, icicle, rose gold, silver, silver shimmer, and the turquoise as well. £22.35, £27.73 if you are a platinum member. Oh, the iconic, I don't say that word lightly, iconic tri-blend pens. These are back in stock, these tri-blend markers. I know Becky's got some bits and bobs planned with these a little later in the show. I hope she still has.
I'm able to drop some of them, I will.
You get the amazing Sarah Buddy bag in here for 1p. And you must be getting a bit of a saving there as well, looking at that price. Just over £50, just over $75 for Club Inspire Platinum. There's a 30% saving on that one, which is lovely. Now, do you want the paper pad for a penny? Yeah, you do. I know you do. You're getting, it's normally £10, that paper pad. Get it for a penny when you buy those creamy, lush, gorgeous Spectrum Noir metallic pencils. Shut the gate door. It is so busy already. I need to let you know, the stock that we have available for the Gemini Junior, a fifth of the stock has gone. You know what happened, don't you? We'll give you normally you'd come for this, you'd pay $139.99 or $199.90 something in the US. And the thing is, $199.95. What you'd normally get is this, that's what you'd get, right? So we've only got a certain amount where we can give you over £100, over $150 worth of amazing freebies. So the stock updates I'm going to give you, when it's gone, it'll be this that's gone. You'll still be able to come back and get this on its own, but for a penny more, I want you to get £100 or £150 worth of value, and that is exactly what you are doing right now. A fifth of the stock there is gone. Whew, what a show. I wish you could see what's under here. It's like an Aladdin's cave back here. It is over there as well. So much coming up for you. I'd love to know what you are going for. Let me know what you've been doing with your weekend, actually. That's what I'd like to know. Right, Becky then, where'd you fancy kicking off?
Do you know what?
Can we just acknowledge it? It's probably like, this is odd for us. First time we've ever worked together, isn't it?
Do you know what? That's so true. I hadn't even actually thought about that. But how exciting.
I know, how exciting.
So let's start off with talking about the Gemini Junior, if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
This is an epic tool. You know, sort of good things come in small packages. As my mum always used to say about me. She still does. Yeah, this is absolutely true of this. So if you are brand new to die cutting, you've never used a machine before, there are loads of different machines out there. Some of them are sort of hand crank, some of them have different elements to them. This will do die cutting for you, which gives you a professional finish every time. You can emboss with this, which is basically adding texture. We're going to be talking more about that in the later show as well. It is ultimate power, it's pressure, it's magic. So even though it's dainty, it has all of the oomph, if you will. So what I'm going to do first off, if I may, is I'm going to talk to you about creating this card.
I love this card shape.
Do you know what? I've actually made this card because one of my friends has had a promotion recently, and they're having a monochrome a party for it. So we're all going to wear black and white, and I thought,
how classy!
Little bit classy, little bit different. So let's make this, shall we? So in the mystery bundle, there are some mystery elements, and I am going to let you know what some of those are right now, because just like Joe, I kind of keep a secret. We have got for you in here, you're going to be getting the Nature's Garden May Your Day Bloom collection. Now in here you're going to get dies, and you're going to get some stamps. So I have taken out of the stamps from here, and I have put one onto my platform, which we have on today. If you are new, may I suggest a stamping platform? Because
and the mat for a penny, yes please.
Yes please. So I'm going to pop onto this some of my alcohol-proof dye. You could use different if you so wished. It's absolutely up to you. I'm just using this one because it's to hand, but you can use your quick dry, whatever you so wish. Then what we're going to do is onto our white stamping card. Let me check it's the right side. Yep. We're just going to stamp this on. With this, I always like to do like little circular motions on this. I know some people kind of prod it down. You'll find what's best for you. And then once you take it off, you've got your lovely stamp.
Perfect.
Now we're going to die cut this out. Exciting. So in this collection, what you're going to find is that there are lots of different dies. And as you'll see kind of on the front here, you get the different dies that go on top of the stamp. So all I've got to do now is find the die that goes with my vase. Really, really, really easy. Now I like a little bit of low tack tape on these. If you did want to die cut it first and stamp out after, then absolutely by all means do that. I just like doing it this way around. So again, just in case you are brand new, let's get straight into the Gemini itself. So what I'm going to do is using my clear cutting mat. You'll get this with your setup.
I love that this is called a sandwich. I don't know why, it really pleases me.
Well, we were just talking about
sandwich.
Food, weren't we?
We're always talking about food, aren't we? Let's face it.
Then I'm going to be putting in the frosted shim. Again, you're going to get this in the collection. Then I've got my magnetic, which again, you'll get in the collection. And I'm putting my last clear cutting plate on it. And then I'm going to feed this through in the Junior. Now, let me just feed that through. Now, this is going to make a little bit of noise, and what it's doing is it's really, I mean, if I could see the inside, I'd absolutely love it. We should get like an X-ray machine.
Can you imagine? Or a clear one. We should get one in like a see-through box.
A clear one.
Let's get a clear one made. I'll speak to Leanne. I'm texting her now.
Yes, please do. So, yes, what you'll see once you put that through, you heard all of that noise, you heard that pressure going through, and all it does is it cuts out perfectly. Now the reason I wanted to show you that is because this is card, and this is not a fine card, this is a nice sturdy card, but it's not the only thing that it will cut out. Let me show another element you get within your treats today, which is the congratulations. Now this is again one that you're going to be getting in this element today, and you've got two different dies here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the outline die, and you can use these exclusively, you can use them together. I'm going to bob one onto card. I know you've seen me do this before, but it's just to prove to you how fabulous this tool is. And then I've got some foam here. Now this foam has got an adhesive on the back. It's nice and malleable, but as you can see, it's pretty thick.
It's quite thick, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? If I hold that next to the card, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a vast difference. I'd probably be able to get 7, 8 different cards on top of that.
Amazing.
And, that would kind of be the difference. I'm going in with that same sandwich. And the reason I want to show you this is just because not only does the Junior actually have a really nice space on it, you have also got enough power to cut through very, very different materials all in one. If you did want to do them separately, you absolutely can. But because of the power all the way through, it's not just sort of around the edges, it's all the way through. That means that you can cut through different materials. And let's not forget that even though it is a Junior, you can cut through, what can you cut through? You can cut through different types of like crafting metal. You can cut through the likes of your, what's the other thing?
Right, like balsa wood we've seen done before.
Balsa wood,
Mount board.
yes.
Even I've seen Sarah cut up soft drink cans and cut those out of here. Amazing.
Completely. So even though that is foam and card, two very different materials, you've been
I love here, Becky, that you chose to cut the more intricate one with the foam and the base shape with the card. So I was thinking to myself, okay, she's got to cut the matte layer with the foam and then the detail bit on the cardstock. But no, actually, really putting it through its paces there.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I feel like I could say, oh yeah, just like to play risky business. But the fact of the matter is, I knew that was going to work absolutely beautifully. So that is a little bit about that. Let's start constructing your card now, shall we? Because you want to cut out all of your bits and bobs. Choose your flowers. You're getting quite a few in this bundle. I love those ones. They're like poppies.
What's your favourite flower, Becky?
Do you know what? I love the smell of a sweet pea.
A sweet pea.
Yeah.
Nice.
The sniff of a sweet pea. I mean, I've just started growing tomato plants recently, and that is now officially my favourite smell.
Really?
A tomato plant's Have you smelt a tomato plant recently,
No.
Joe? You've got to get your snoot near one.
Yeah.
It's the best.
So you know, like when you go
smell.
shopping, some things you can scrimp on and some things you should spend as much as you can possibly afford.
Right.
Tomatoes are one of those things.
Yes, really.
Delicious tomatoes, delicious. You know, rubbish tomatoes. Oh, no thank you. Lilies are mine. The smell of lilies hitting you like a wall as you're walking someone's house.
Oh,
love it.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Not the white ones though. I like the
What?
pink ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they smell different?
No,
Right.
I just like the look of them.
Oh, okay, I like that. Yeah, well, fair enough. Well, I'm glad we learnt that. Let me talk to you about the kind of snazzy shape of the card now, shall I? So, it's really easy. We have got some scoreboards coming up for you in a wee while, but this is the one that I happen to have at home. This is your ultimate, and this is the one that I make these cards on. I'm going to grab me A4 piece of paper, and dead easy, if you've not seen this before, all our scoreboards are so cool. But at the top here, it has different titles. One of them is trifold, and I'm left-handed, which you will notice.
Me too.
So,
And Bernie's left-handed, who was in earlier.
yeah!
Lefty day. Yeah.
It's Sundays. Hey, I love that. That's special. So yeah, I'm going to use, you'll notice I'll be using my left hand, but I'm just going to go down that trifold line. Because what I'm basically doing is a trifold card, you know, nothing extra. But this is the great thing, when you've got the right tools, you really can have fun. Flipping it
Do you
over
think it adds
again.
extra challenges crafting as a left-handed person?
Oh my gosh, if you try and learn something from like a right-handed person,
Yeah.
you have to flip it over in your head. And I'm dyslexic as well, so when someone's teaching me something and my head's flipping it around, my head then flips it back sometimes.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's. I think that's why I'm.
See,
a
I
little bit
crochet
unusual.
right-handed even though I'm left-handed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you eat? Left-handed or right-handed?
I eat like a right-handed, so fork in my left hand, knife in my right hand.
Right.
I also can play tennis with both hands, and I can paint with both hands
Now
as
you're
well.
just showing off.
I know.
So what I've done is I've done that trifold. And what I'm going to do on the outer edges is I'm going to score from one corner down to the other corner. So I'm just picking any line that I want on here. Again, on your scoreboard, you can use what you wish. And I'm going to go in nice and gently. When you're using this, it's basically changing the, how do I put it, like the fibres, let's say. It's changing the fibres in the paper.
You'll never guess what, Becky.
Tell me.
Our social media superstar Rachel is also left-handed.
Shush,
Honestly,
Rachel.
it's the day of the lefties today. How fabulous!
Sunday. Let us know if you're left-handed at home.
I know. Loads of people tuning in saying hi. Jodie's in Texas. Valerie is saying hi in Arizona. Diane's in Tennessee. Georgianne's in
Whoa.
Florida. Polly's in Florida. Mary's in Montana. Leslie, she's in Harrogate, just up the road, which is lovely.
Is Harrogate up the road, is it?
Not far. I think maybe about 45 minutes. Something
Oh, hey,
like
that's
that.
close.
Yeah, honestly, it's beautiful there. Go and have a cup of tea at Betty's tea room. Slice of cake.
Oh, is that where that is? I've
Yeah.
heard of that.
The original one is in Harrogate.
sounds
Yeah,
very
there's one in Leeds as well. I think some other places too. Yeah, any questions that you've got about anything in the show, any questions to Becky whatsoever, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, as you saw there, I just did that sort of line, and then again, this is just how my brain works. I hold my tool against the fold, and then I move my paper so that I do it at the same angle.
Top
because
tip.
if I do it that way and then flip it that way, it comes into a completely different shape. So that's how I do it, but you do it whichever way you choose. Now, let me move my board out the way, and you will also notice that I have written loads of notes on the back of my paper. This is just how I remember things. I will have spelt something wrong, it's inevitable, but this is just how I'm going to remember things. So, this is going to go on the inside of my card. So the black is 8 inches by 3.5 inches. That's 25.5 centimetres by 9. If you're here in the UK, you do centimetres. And then I've mat and layered it with white. So you just take a quarter inch off that, half an inch off that. So this is 7.5 by 3.25. And I've cut that size of the black, 8 inches by 3.5, twice, because this one's going to go on the inside, and I might as well do that now. Come to me, tape pen. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to pop this in my tape pen. If you did want to use your wet glue, then absolutely feel free to, as per usual. There's
very
a deal.
very busy on the dotty tape pens there. There's buy 3, get 1 for a penny. I love it.
Hey, that's
1348, 1877 if you want to go for those ones. Monochrome, very classy, isn't it?
Yes, there's something very elegant about it, isn't there? Now with this one, that was the same size as that inside layer, I'm actually going to go corner to corner. This is just a bit of a cheat way of doing it. Use my guillotine, because these are what are going to go on those outer edges.
Yeah, I didn't realise I was wearing a monochrome shirt, Charlotte's just pointing out. As I'm saying how classy monochrome is, I'm basically complimenting myself.
You're basically just
even subconsciously, I'm blowing my own trumpet.
Yeah, do you know what though? I have been looking at that, and I think it's got this lovely, elegant sort of Cruella de Vil feel.
It is very Cruella, isn't it?
Have you seen that film?
Do you think I'd be Glenn Close Cruella though, or I'd be new Cruella?
I'm gonna go. You'd be Emma Stone.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was thinking maybe more Glenn Close. But
Tell
that's
me why
interesting.
more Glenn?
Because I could channel sort of a little bit of Sunset Boulevard into the role as well. I'm thinking, you know,
That is one of my
cross-pollination.
favourite musicals.
Oh, I love a musical.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yes.
You must be surrounded by them in Manchester.
Yeah, we're really lucky. We have loads of theatre in Manchester, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Favourite ever musical, Becky?
Favourite ever?
You can have 2. You can have like a modern one and an old one.
I'll be honest, Matilda.
Love Matilda. That can be your modern one then.
Yeah, that's my modern one. And then old school one. Do you know what? To be totally honest, it might be Sunset Boulevard.
There we are.
Might be. What about you?
It's so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
Old school one. No one's ever heard of it as a musical. The Colour Purple, the musical.
Oh, I've not heard of that
the
at all.
film with Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey as a musical version of it, which was done in the 80s, is amazing. It would be really difficult. I would have to probably say... You've really put me on the spot.
Go on. I will just mention that you asked me this.
Yeah. Probably either everybody's talking about Jamie.
I've never seen it. Any good?
Excellent. Or maybe... Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I think I'll change my mind as we go through the show. I'll come back to you periodically. How's that?
All right, yeah, please. I've heard some of the songs from that,
So
and it
good.
sounds incredible.
Yeah, so good.
So I've just put my congratulations foam on top of that one, and what I want to do is I want to slightly overlap it. You'll see this is classic me, by the way. I've made one right-handed and one left-handed. It's just nice to show you the difference, isn't it? So with this one, I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape on it. Again, do feel free to use what you wish, but do make sure, I've caught myself out so many times, that you make sure you leave a little bit so that it does overlap, or else that's just going to stick to the inside of your card. I always put my finger in the way, it just helps me. And as I said, for the monochrome party, all you have to do, which you also you're going to be getting with this collection,
fabulous.
You have got that sentiment, which I've just matte and layered, and then pop that in, and we are done and dusted.
Amazing. That is super cute. Really love that. Have you worked out what you're going to wear to said monochrome party? Have you got your outfit planned yet?
I've gone little white dress,
nice,
black accessories. That's my.
Love that.
I still need to think of shoes. I've got
very,
too many.
Very Chanel. I'm seeing in my head.
Yeah, and maybe I could do a fascinator.
I think you could do. I think every day should be Fascinator Day, Becky. I really do. Loads of you chatting away with us. Diane says the Annabelle Spenceley girl, when done with dark hair, becomes Becky. There we are.
Oh my goodness!
It's like an illustration of you. Apparently, I love that.
Oh, that's so cute. Thanks.
Terry Lee Tyrrell says, "Joe, I finished watching the show last night. It was a fantastic card. I made a card yesterday, Becky.
Did you?
Do you know the only motivation for doing it?
Tell me.
Because I knew if I did it, it would automatically, by default, be card of the day because it was the only one we made. So I was like, boom.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm in. Linda Armstead says, "Loved my junior." A lot of people talking about tomatoes. We love a bit of tomato chat in the comments. Alison says she has a bunch of tomatoes growing in her garden, as well as a bunch of lilies. We could both go around to Alison. Sounds like she's got something for all of us. Lynn says Isle of Wight produces the best tomatoes. They really do. And lots of people talking about left-handed. I must get on. You're all in a very chatty mood today. I could stay and just chat all day. I do need to remind you of this deal. Remember, $139.99 or $199.95 is what you should be paying for the machine on its own. plot twist, it is worth every single penny or cent of that because it is a fabulous electronic die cutting machine. You will get the plates included, you will get the standard dies that you would normally get and embossing folder included, but then you get this, and what you're getting in there is £100 or $150 worth of freebies and goodies. And it's not like, you know, sometimes when you go to the shop and you buy a new top and they're like, oh, there's a free gift for you, a traffic cone, and you're thinking, well, that's pointless. Why would I want a traffic cone with a new blouse? This is not. These are all things that are going to work in your Gemini Junior. So all things that you'd probably end up coming and buying anyway, they're very relevant. No traffic cones in there, which is brilliant. If you want to place your order, now's a great time to do so. In fact, I'm going to give you an opportunity to check your baskets out because it's getting super busy over on the website at the moment. Let's share with you, in fact, a lovely roundup and recap of all the great things with our Junior. Amazing machine, isn't it? You're absolutely not going to regret it. I think whether you're upgrading to this, maybe you've got a large machine, you're going to also treat yourself to a Junior. Loads of people, we were talking about it yesterday, own every single machine in the family, and I think there is a place and a time for all of them. We're going to move on. We're going to look at the Annabelle Spenceleys next. I just want to quickly show you a few of the amazing things you're going to be able to create with these. And the great thing is you've got fantastic deals. You're saving more than you're spending on this particular collection just here. So this is the everyday ones. Let me take you through what you are getting. I've got boards for some of them, so I'll just show you those first. This one here, as you can see, is Born to Shop. That's me. I was born to shop. Absolutely. I'm so good at it. This one here is your All Dressed Up. Love that one. So cute, clutching a handbag. This one here is your Enjoy the Adventure. Love that. That would go really well with your farmhouse collection, I think. This one, next one here as well, is Love You This Much. Nothing better than a steaming mug of hot chocolate there with a few marshmallows on top. This one here is Lovely Lady. Really like that. I'm thinking, is this what the dress is going to be like for the monochrome party? Is it going to be sort of swooshy with a bonnet?
Not as long as that,
okay,
because I feel like I'd look like a borrower in a tea towel. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite small, so if I put on a long dress, I'm like, oh, hi, I'm a human. But yeah.
Along those lines? No.
No.
Okay, excellent. Let's move on. This one here as well is birthday cheers that you've got. So make sure you snap those up, especially whilst they're on such an incredible deal for you. So that's that one. You get one of those for a penny. You must be getting a better saving than that. You must be getting a saving as well as one for a penny, Johnny. Get 55% off, and you get one of them for a penny. I mean, we may as well go home. And it's the same here as well. Equally great deal here on your festive ones. And a lot of you in the midst of your Christmas crafting at the moment, these are going to help you with that beautifully. So you've got Twinkle Twinkle, which is your first one. on here. Oh, I love her reindeer antlers that she's got on the go there. She's having a great time. I can see it. Not only do you, it's very office party, Johnny, isn't it? And I'm okay with that. You've got your sentiments in there as well. This chap here, I'm not sure if he's taking that to someone or he does look like he's nicked it, doesn't he? I'm not sure why. Maybe we play around with the colourways, he'd look a bit more innocent. Then you've got this one here, which is your Making Spirits Bright. Love that one with the candle. Again, love how many sentiments and embellishments you get in each one of these. Then you've got your Hello Winter. That is cute, absolutely adorable, that one. And then we also have From Our Home to Yours. This one, a penny. A penny. You've then got in here Be Merry and Bright. Really lovely one. Great for maybe sort of reading the season crafting. And then Happy Holidays is this one here. Exchanging gifts. How beautiful. Right, all of those, $14.98, $20.56, 55% saving on that. Platinum, have you seen the platinum price? Less than £12, $16.45. Amazing. Right, next we are going to go to the double-sided window dies, which I don't have. No, I've got a tri-blends. Excellent, I can do those. Wonderful. Now, the tri-blends. These are recently back in stock, so I'm surprised to see them on such an incredible deal. 20% saving we've chucked onto these for you, and we're going to give you this, the Sarah Body Bag, for £1. Now, for £1. A pound it would be good. It's not £1, it's a penny. Love this. It's from Totally Tiffany. I love that it's got the side flaps on here as well to stop the pens coming out the side, which are fantastic. You can also double this back on itself. Voila. Stick that back flap down, roll it up, and then you've got yourself a lovely little project bag as well for on the go. It holds, I think, 20 markers off the top of my head, so really fantastic for on the go, and it will go into your lowest tote. Let me take you through the collections you've got. Now, they're in their 6-piece collections. I love that because it really automatically tells you which 6 pens are going to work well together if you are new. So this is your portrait blends, and in here you'll get coral, pale pink, fair skin, gold brown, tan, and the earth brown. This is your natural, and you'll get light yellow, citrus green, dull green, hydrangea, ice grey, and brown grey. Then you've got your woodland, and that's got jade green, gold brown, tan, brown grey, earth brown, and the ice grey. This one here is your vintage blue, your antique pink, your dusty purple, red brown, yellow. What's that one? Yellow green, there we are, and muted brown. Your jewel shades, that's going to give you dark red, true blue, coral, bright pink, also blue turquoise and pale pink. And then finally your floral, which I adore. I love that citrus blend in there. You're also going to get the orange, the dark red, the purple, the lavender, and the bright pink. Snap those up. They're a great time. If you've not tried our iconic tri-blend markers, then today could be a great point for you to get involved. Lots of questions coming in still. Keep getting them into me, and I will pop those across to Becky as and when. Right, I need to give you the info about the window dies, the double-sided window dies. Becky was raving about these before the show. So excited for them. You get the plates for a penny. So the Gemini Junior double-sided plates for a penny. Because a lot of the time, maybe you've been thinking to yourself, you get 55% off of the window dies, by the way. Maybe previously you thought, oh, do you know what? I'd love to go for the double-sided dies, but I just don't know if I can be bothered with having to get the extra plates. We give you the extra plates for a penny this time around. So there's not been a better time, I don't think, to try double-sided dies for the first time. Right, Becky, double-sided dies, I think a lot of people maybe think it's going to be confusing, it's going to be hard work, but they're not, are they? I know you want to take us through the Annabelle Spencleys too, but just a quick one, double-sided dies, are they scary?
In all honesty, I have obviously seen these and quite fancied giving them a go for a while, and then I saw that they were on the show today, so got those elements delivered over to me, and I cannot believe I haven't worked with them before. They are so cool. I mean, they make your makes look fab so quickly.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'm well chuffed that I've got those double-sided die plates now, because you won't be able to stop me.
Oh, honestly, like, she's off, she's gone. But I know Annabelle, I know you're going to take us through double-sided dies a little later, but Annabelle Spencer next. Adorable, aren't they? Whether you're going for the everyday ones or the Christmas ones.
Oh my goodness, they are just so lovely. I love the illustrations of these. And for me as well, although they're quite sort of cutesy, I feel like you could change these to look like every single one of your friends. You know, you could do one, you could even make them kind of look like celebrities in a way, couldn't you? You could do,
nice.
I feel like this one's quite Carrie Bradshaw. Don't know if that's just me, you know?
Absolutely.
I really like these. So this is what we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to be bringing to you some tri-blends in this as well. So let's talk about the stamps themselves first. So these are your Annabelle Spenceley stamps that you're going to be able to get your hands on. And you're getting a wide range of your photopolymer stamps. Now, if you've not seen photopolymer before, oh my gosh, they're brilliant. I know that this one's really heavily inked. That's just because it's been used a fair few times. But just to give you an idea, they are clear and they will attach to things like your wonderful plate, your stamping platforms, really easily. So if you did want to use, you know, rubber stamps on these, you might have to put like an adhesive on. Not with these. I've popped that on. It's done and dusted. So what I'm going to do with Annabella Spenceley is I'm going to ink the back of these. You can use whatever inks you want. Again, on this one, I've just gone for the alcohol proof. Now, this is quite important. You can use whatever colour you want, but do use alcohol proof if you're going to be using your tri-blends because they are alcohol based. So you don't want them to react, obviously. I'm just going to stamp her on. Now with this, I just kind of want to build up a scene here, if I'm honest. So I'm going to use the lovely lady herself. Oh, let me just move that out of the way properly. But then I'm going to kind of create a scene. And this is another lovely thing when you're using things like your stamping platform or your rocker blocks. Rocker blocks are so cool for this as well. So you can use your rocker block, which I have got coming up later for you, actually.
Are you sort of the person that would give all of these characters their own names, Becky, and would have named them all individually at home?
It's something that I haven't done, but now that you've said it, I can't believe I haven't, because that is such a me type of thing to do. Yeah, because I name lots of inanimate objects around my house and stuff. Or like
does your car have a name?
Pardon?
What's your car called?
Oh, my car, well, I used to have a Beyonce.
Right.
Because she had a really sizable boot.
Right, amazing.
And now mine is called Courtesan at the moment.
Courtesan?
Yeah, because she's sort of... she's like this dark red colour. She's a little bit mischievous.
Right, okay.
And it just makes me feel like somewhat off of Moulin Rouge. If there were cars in Moulin Rouge, I feel like she would have been
she would have been the car.
Front
and centre. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Mine is called Mavis, but you know when you can't really think of a good name, you sort of end up sort of settling on a name that maybe isn't as good as it could have been, and it's just sort of stuck.
So she didn't say to you, call me Mavis?
No, she didn't have any strong ideas of what she wanted to be called, I'm afraid. Therefore, we just ended up going with Mavis.
Well,
yeah, my favourite one was called Desiree, because it was a Citron Saxo Desire, so it had to be called Desiree.
Oh,
Love that one.
that's so cool. Yeah, that's really good, that, Desiree. So I'm going to start using my tri-blends now. Obviously, do as much or as little on this as you wish. It's actually at this point that I would cut this out.
Nice.
And if you do want to cut it out for the size of card that I'm making, you're going to cut it out 5 by 3.5. Now the tri-blends that I'm using, that I've got here, are actually the brushes.
And they are the brushes that we have on the show. I showed you the wrong ones, so I'm just going to quickly grab them if I may, and just correct my mistake, Becky, if that's all right.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely.
So
go ahead.
They're in their project packs, so it is, these are them. So I'm going to quickly run you through what you're getting. So you will get dark red, brown grey, ice grey. Then in this one here, you're getting the burnt orange, dull green, and the gold brown. This one here gives you fair skin, pale pink, tan blend. Then you've also got citrus green, alpine green, and earth brown. This one here is the green turquoise, blue turquoise, pink violet. Then we have the coral, true blue, and gold yellow. The bright pink, light green, purple, and finally hydrangea, jade green, and magenta. And you get the Sarah body bag included in there too. So it's actually the brush ones that you get, which are the newer ones as well. So there we are. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry. So yeah, I want to get colour in now with our wonderful tri-blends. And just to let you know, I'm going to use a slightly different colourway for this one, just because that's just kind of the thing I do. So on this one, for the skin tone, I've used coral, and coral is actually from the blended mandala kits that we're bringing to you later on. So if you do want the skin colour, it is in there. And the hair that I've used on this is the aniseed and honey, and that is also in some of the discovery kits that we've got for you later on. With this lady though, as you can see, I've coloured the majority of her in, but I've left her hair, and this is just because I wanted to have a little bit of a play. And just for those of you who've not seen Annabelle before, these lovely stamps, should I say, then let's have a nosy at them. So I don't know about you, but the last sort of 24 months, my friends seem to have gone through the most wonderfully varied colours of hair. You know,
Really?
Pink to purple, blue hair. Yeah, like lockdown hair, isn't it? Everyone kind of decided.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, oh my gosh, so many. I've even got one friend who went half and half, and it was like a aquamarine green and then like a really dark purple on the other half.
Your friends sound fun, they really do.
You know what? They are creative lots, they really are. I didn't dare though, because the last time I tried to dye my hair, it just went, I don't know how to describe it, almost like an orange, and a satsuma decided to kind of roll around on a bit of copper. It wasn't, just didn't suit me, it looked weird. I looked like I glued my eyebrows on, you know what I mean? They didn't look real. Anyway, I'm going to use from this collection, and this one, by the way, is the Spring Blooms, which is one of my favourites. I'm going to use the purple and the pinks from that. And what I'm going to do, which one should I go with majoritively? I'm going to go for the, no I'm not, I'm going to go for the purple majoritively. So with these ones, let me line them up for you. You'll see that you're getting the light, the mid and the dark, and that's how I've got this blendable element here. So for me on the hair, I'm just going to kind of follow the direction I would imagine the hair going. So you know when you're kind of doing your hair in the morning, you kind of coiffure it around, it doesn't just sit flat in one way, does it? I've got a pretty sizable fringe, I'm not afraid to say. And so my fringe just goes, my fringe is actually the same length as my actual hair. So I shouldn't really yeah, it is. I shouldn't really call it a fringe. I just kind of do a bit of snazzy parting. But yeah, all of my hair will go in sort of a certain direction. And that's what I'm kind of trying to do with this. So I'm trying to create direction with it, so it's not just flat. And the thing is, yes, all right, it's to do with the technique, but can you see how I'm just flicking this? It's because of that Japanese nib. So you've got these Japanese brush nib, which is almost like when you see sort of Japanese ink paintings and things, and writing. It's kind of this type of thing that we're dealing with. And that is why you're getting that really easy motion. The first time I saw these pens, I thought, oh, they'd be really good for, you know, kind of fur and things like that. And they absolutely and completely are. But do you know what? They are extra, extra, extra special for getting realism when it comes to things like hair. Now I've gone on to the mid-tone, as you can see here, and what I want to do where the actual lines are is I actually want to use these to actually start adding in dimension to it. So whenever any of these lines are there, you can add that in. Now a lot of us will know that when you do start colouring, it's very easy to
it's a skill to be able to keep talking, Becky.
Go into a bit of a zen mode. But yes, if I'm going to go now finally onto the purple one, and this is your darkest one. This colour is like, it's so nice, it's really beautiful. And you'll think to yourself, Bex, that is so dark, it's gone far too dark now. What have you done? You've messed it up. She looks like she's going out, I don't know, to a, rave or something. But what you want to do now is you're going to come back in with that mid, and this is what these are so good at. Don't forget as well, they will change colour slightly after a few minutes, well, a few seconds really, because what you get is the alcohol kind of evaporates in a way. Well, sort of the colour changes, you'll see it in a bit. But you can just build this and layer this and layer this, and as you can see, I've gone for snazzy hair in this. Another thing I did want to point out with these actually, which is why I got the pink out next to me, is I think a lot of the time we think, oh, you just have to stick to one colour, but you totally and absolutely don't. Okay. So if I did want to add a little bit of some extra in here, they blend really. So that means that you're getting a slightly different colour. That colour itself, in fact, if I show you on a scrap bit of paper, come to me, scrap paper. Here we are. If I just place this down on here, you'll see that that is a different shade than it is on here because they're mixing. So yeah, you have fun. I just thought today I'd go a little bit sort of unicorn hair because I saw what the wonderful Bernie made earlier on and I thought I need to get a little bit of unicorn in my life today. So I've done that. Obviously colour it in your own time. Now what you will notice is her top is a little bit different, right? And what I've done on this one is I've actually made the top a little bit 3D. And the way I have done that is I've taken the paper that I've matte and laid this with. Now this is from the, I want to say farmhouse collection that we've got coming up for you later on. Yeah, it is, it's farmhouse, isn't it? And what I've done is I've just stamped the body onto it. I didn't put ink all over, I just stamped the section I needed. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out her top. Now, the reason I did this is because I quite like adding the depth and the dimension, but also I thought, oh my gosh, if I matte and layer with that, it's kind of an unusual bit of a tie-in. And I thought if I had a little bit more sort of time, I would have done her maybe skirt in this as well.
Nice
that could have been
idea.
kind of cool. And I thought, I've actually got a dress that looks similar to this. You could even pick ones of fabric of people that you know love and adore, and you could make it look so much like them. Because I think that's the lovely thing about the Annabelle Spencer, isn't it? Every single one of the ladies, or the gents, you know, every single one of them has got its own little personality, and so you can really play with that, I think, which is the good thing about them. So there you go, you can see I've cut out her little top. I've made sure that I've cut it out slightly around the outline, if that makes sense, because otherwise it just looks like a, I don't know, guest. So I'm going to pop that on with one of our favourite foam pads. And remember, this kind of layering you can do with, because you're going to get the stamps anyway, you're going to get the tri blends, you could actually do it with the hair. You know, you could cut out the hair individually that you've coloured in and layer that up too. So now, dead easy bit, we're just going to matte and layer it again from your farmhouse. Let me give you my sizes, shall we?
Oh, yes, please.
So your coloured piece, we have got 4 3/4, that's approximately 12 centimetres, by 3.5 inches or 9 centimetres. And then that matte and layers a little bit down. You'll see I've gone a little bit higher on the top for this, just as I did with this card. I just liked the dimension of it, if I'm honest. There was no rhyme, no reason. Sometimes I just like adding a little extra. I'm actually going to use, am I? No, I'm not. I'm going to use my tape pen for this. You can use your wet pen. What I would say to you as well, when you're looking at these, when your marker is coming through, that's why I put the black card behind it. But you want that to happen because that's how you know it's really highly saturated. Almost like think of the card as like a sponge, and it really wants to take in all of that lovely pigment. And so when it comes through the other side, that's how you know you're in the right place.
I feel like I want my hair this colour now.
Do you know what? You could completely pull it off.
I think the problem is
100%.
for someone, I really wanted to go like a grey purple. I really wanted to go like white purple grey kind of vibe.
Right.
But apparently it looks amazing when you have it done, but it's very, very hard to maintain.
Yeah.
So apparently if you're going to like an event or something, you've got a wedding or a birthday or a festival or something to go to, get it done, looks amazing, but then like 4 weeks of growing it out afterwards and it looking a bit naff. So
yes.
yeah, I haven't done it. Maybe. I feel like I've got a bonkers hair colour style in me somewhere. I'm just waiting for it to come to the surface.
Would you ever think about doing like half and half, maybe beard one colour, hair on top of the other?
Can you imagine?
What about for like, you know, a fundraising event?
Ah.
Maybe you could do it for your run.
Maybe I could.
Oh, you don't sound very committed.
No,
to this
I'm not
idea.
very good with me and commitment. We're not good friends, Becky. We are. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy that I'll have a little think about it and get back to you. I'm that guy a lot of the time. Yeah.
All right, I get you. So
I do like a glitter beard
never.
though. Love a glitter beard.
Yes. Oh, I could see that. That's fab. So yeah, with this one, what I've done is I've taken the lovely gems from this gift bag that I've got coming, the gift box that we've got coming up for you a little bit later on. And this one was from the Sarah collection, but for the embossing collection. But for now, let me swiddle that one around because I'll add those gems on in a moment. just because they're in a box behind me.
What a beautiful card.
So there you go, really simple, really easy, but really good fun as well. I think you're going to have a lovely time with those ones. I think they're fab.
Yeah, and the value, amazing, 55% off the 5 that you're paying for, and then we give you one for a penny as well, which is incredible value, it really is. Let me take you back through what you're getting then. So you're going to receive Born to Shop, which is this one here. Like, they've got their own character, they've also got their own little story, haven't they? They're off like doing their own, they're like doing their little jobs and stuff, which I love. This lady here is all dressed up, clearly off to a party, I reckon. She says socialite to me, that's what I'm getting from that one. Then this one here is enjoy the adventure, out and about, absolutely, have some fun. And then you've got 3 others here, which I don't have boards for, I'll just quickly share those with you. You've got Love You So Much, steaming mug of hot chocolate, delicious. We've got lovely lady here. She's off to the races in my head, this woman, that's where she's going. And then also birthday cheers as well. Fantastic, 12.48, 17.48 if you want to get all of those. Make sure you snap them up. Less than £10 as a platinum member to get those. Really, really gorgeous. Right, what I want to do is give you a moment to get yourself checked out. So whilst you do that, why don't I share with you all the details of US Delivery and Club Inspire.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
All the details there of US shipping as well. Shall I give you the details of Club Inspire while we're here as well? Shall we? All right, yeah, come on, treat yourself.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
So many people chatting away with me in the comments here. Lou White says, I'm a lefty, I crochet right-handed and play baseball right-handed. There you are.
Cool.
Mary says, same with me, I'm left-handed, but I eat right-handed as well as cut scissors right-handed. There you are.
Wow.
Do you have to have special left-handed scissors?
Up until, this sounds so naff, but honest truth, up until I got these scissors, I actually did.
Did you?
Yeah,
and
honestly,
those work in
100%.
your left hand?
Yeah, these were perfect.
Amazing. I love that. Kathy saying, I'm also left-handed, but I knit and crochet right-handed. Trivia, International Left-Handed Day is on the 13th of August. I mean, yeah, next week.
Oh, wow, get it in your calendars.
Absolutely.
What sort of activities would you do for that, do you think?
Lots of left-handed ones, I think.
Like?
Just everything normal people do, just with your left hand. Maybe we should make, on the who's in on the 13th? Am I here?
Not sure. Yeah.
What day is it? Is it a Saturday? So it's a Thursday. Friday. Maybe we should make right-handed people for the day do things left-handed, just
That's
all
a
day.
great idea.
That is a segment
That's
for
a
Wake Up
great
Call, isn't
idea.
it?
There are quite a few good things about being left-handed that
Right.
you could also make work for you. You know, like Crown Green bowling. Have you ever partaken?
Like lawn bowls.
Yeah, like lawn bowls. Yeah. So if you start off and you throw the first ball that everyone has to try and get to, because you're left-handed, no one can follow you. Yeah, because of the way that yours arches. It's really difficult to follow.
But if they throw the ball first, then
you're scuppered.
Scuppered. Good choice of word. Khaki Blue says, Lefty here, my dad, son and granddaughter are all left-handed as well. This is a great one. You're going to love this one, Becky. Kim says her father was a identical twin. He was left-handed. His twin was right-handed.
Don't.
Oh, mind blown.
That's mind blowing.
That is, isn't it?
Love that.
It really is. Becky, I love that you're doing the demos again. You're a natural at it. Crafting and chatting along with Joe, says Pam. Sally's loving your demos, as is Vicky as well. Yes, any other questions you've got, any comments, get them into me and I will pop them across to the lovely Becky. Right, next up, I want to remind you of that deal on the Junior. A third now of the US stock has sold out and gone. Very, very busy. Was the plan, Johnny, to run this deal for like the whole of the In For A Penny event? I think we might need to revise that plan based on how busy it is in this show. Remember what you're getting in here. So the machine on its own, with the dies and embossing folder, of course the plates here as well. This configuration, $139.99 or $199.95. That is what you'd pay for it. It is worth every single penny or cent of that because it is an incredible machine. Go and have a little look at the independently verified reviews for this over on our website as well because they are amazing. However, we don't want to give you that. We want you to get £100 or $150 worth of freebies included. All stuff that you're going to love using with your Gemini Junior. So I've got stamps and dies in here. That's from our garden party, one of our most recent signature launches right there. And also some beautiful things from Caring Force. All dies that are going to work beautifully with your Junior. And they're all the kind of things that you'd be coming back to buy to go with your machine anyway. So it's great we get you started. £103.91, £158.76 worth of goodies coming your way totally free of charge, but only whilst we have the stock, and a third of that stock has now sold out and gone. Now I want to whiz through some more of the In For A Penny deals. Remember, the In For A Penny event's going to run up until the 15th of August, which is fantastic news. The low tack tape here, get one of these, you guessed it, a penny. How amazing is that? $8.99 or $12.51. We've got some A4 Centura Pearl. Within here, it's 130 sheets total. You're going to get the darks, the pastels, and the Snow White. You're getting the darks, 1 penny. I know, instead of £9.99 is what they should be. How about some 12x12 pads? How about 12x12 pads? Some of our most recent launches. The Farmhouse, that pad, 1p. It's not even been out very long, that pad. Amazing value. 28.4 or 38.17 if you want to get those ones. We've got a gorgeous rose gold collection. Now, I know rose gold has been around for a while, but it is just so beautiful. One of my all-time favourite Sarah Signature collections, that 22.48 or 27.86. You get the sparkle stamp and die for a penny. 1 penny. Oh my Gideon. I love the pop-up boxes. They are so cool. Such a great way to use some of your other smaller stamps dies. Hang on, is that right, Johnny? You get the worker die and the Back to Nature for a penny. So essentially, you're just paying for one of the sets of embellishing stamps and dies. We give you the rest for free. You're saving like nearly £40 as a platinum member on that. You need to snap that up. If you don't already own them, then nothing today's the day. The Gemini double-sided window dies with the Junior plates too. I know Becky's about to take us through these. A lot of you maybe have thought in the past, oh, it's a great deal on the dies, but I don't know if I can bother going out and investing in the extra plates. We're allowing you to invest in the plates today for 1 English penny or 1 US cent. So great time. In fact, Becky, I'm sure you agree, never a better time to try double-sided dies than this deal, I don't think.
I completely and absolutely agree with you. Like I said, these are something that have caught my eye before, but I am the type of crafter that goes to myself, oh, you've already got loads of crafting things, Bex. You don't need it, you don't need it. And then when I saw this and saw that you got those double-sided plates, for me, it's only a penny. So it kind of feels like, well, if I can't try something I've been thinking about, then it's only a penny. So even if it doesn't really work out, yeah, it doesn't matter, you know. And these are so cool. I honestly cannot tell you how much I love them. And as I said to you before, I've never made anything with these before. This is the first time I've ever worked with the double-sided, and it was so much fun to do. And I love how professional this finish is. I'm going to be bringing this to you just to give you a little show, and I'm going to be starting off by talking to you about the double side themselves. This is revolutionary. This is the type of thing that has just not been created before. If you've not seen them, it's like the mind that has come up with these is just incredible. It does what it says on the tin. It is a die which, let's face it, is an intricate die. This isn't the normal type of die that you'll just pop down your local crafting shop and be able to get for, 20 quid or whatever. That's a really nice intricate die. But then as I flip it over, you'll see even more intricacies within this, including bits that I've not cleaned out. Rebecca Redican, you naughty little kipper. There we go, cleaned them out. So we have got for you this double-sided. Now this is what you're getting. You're going to be getting this one that I'm using is the rose window, and you are getting in the pack for a penny the double-sided dies themselves. Now this is a different material than any of the other plates that you will get in any of your other sets, and you use a different configuration. Really easy to remember though. Clear cutting plate, double-sided. Then you'll put your die in, and then you just repeat it. Now I've said that's the way that it's kind of explained to do. I do have one little caveat to that, but I'll go through that in a moment. So, as you can see in the design itself, I've got the Centura Dark Purple, which I know we've had on show today. That's my background. And then I've got
penny.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I've got the dark blue on the top of this one. In true, what I want to show you now is just how you can cut those out. So I'm going to put down that lovely Centura first. With this design, can you see how this die, it's easier to see, I think, if you look in this center section here, how that side of the die, these are much more open spaces. So if you run your finger around, my finger runs around really easily into the center of that rose. On this side, there is no way through. So I know that this side is the more intricate element. So this is the side that will be on top. So actually, just to mix it up a little bit, I'm going to do purple, and then I'm putting my blue card on. Let me just remind you as well, the Centura is white on one side. It's quite important to remember. Make sure you put the nice side of the card into the die, because otherwise you're going to end up with two different directions. It's not going to work quite as well. So I'm going to bob that in there. And then I'm going to put my other double-sided die on top, which again is just a penny. And for me, and this is just because I used it at home, and I don't want to now stand here on air and not use it and be like, oh, it didn't work. I'm sure it would work, but this is just because I did it at home. And I put my metal shim in as well, because it's so intricate. Whenever I've got an intricate die, my hands naturally go towards the metal shim, just because it's nice to have that added security, I would say. So now I'm going to run it through my Junior. I think this is another really cool thing about these dies, that even though it is so intricate, this is going to reverse on itself now. I didn't think I put that in quite the right angle. This is another really good thing that I will mention about the Junior. In fact, any of the sort of work-based Geminis like this, if you have put it on slightly wonky, because normally when I'm working with mine, I'm sat straight onto it so I can see where I'm feeding in. Here I'm kind of working around. It will just go, no thank you, and it will feed it back to you. So it doesn't go, you're stuck, oh no, it's broken, none of that. It just gives it back to you. So don't worry if that happens. So yes, let's have a little nosy how this has come out. So this is one side and this is the other. And let me just start to guide this out. And look at how intricate that is.
Cut beautifully, isn't it?
Now this one is really, really nice because you've got lots of, this is the one that has like lots of large areas in it. So although it looks really, really intricate, actually the bits you pop out are massive. So again, this is another reason that I personally went for for the metal shim, although I did actually practice it once at home without, and it was fine. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to pop all of those out. You'll be glad to know I have got one already pre-popped out, but just to show you how easy it is. I'm using a pokey tool, but if you are brand new, you don't have a pokey tool, why don't you just use like a cocktail stick or a tooth cleaner?
Perfect.
Tooth cleaner. A tooth cleaner.
What's a tooth cleaner?
Tooth cleaner. So I've got out 2 of them for you just to show you what we're talking about. Now, whoop, whoop, whoop. Boop, boop, boop. There are a few different ways that you can use this. As you can see on this one, I went intricate dark blue, and then the kind of shadowing behind, I went for the purple. With this one, I've reverted it. Because what you'll have noticed I've done this with every demo so far. One by accident, fair enough, but I've done this with every demo so far. I've kind of shown it one colourway and then shown it another, because I think it's quite nice to see in both ways. You can pick which one's your favourite, and then you can play with others at home. So with this one, I'm going to match it up. Just look how cool that looks. I mean, I am the daughter of an artist. My dad was an art teacher for many, many years before he retired. And so I love kind of the dimension these give. But being surrounded by art, I would not be able to draw that.
Is that how you got, is that where your crafty journey started? And was it a young age you've been crafty from?
My grandma taught me to crochet before I could actually colour inside lines.
Amazing.
Yeah, so yes, it was my grandma who set me off, and then with art teacher, Dad, you can't really avoid it. So with this, what you can use, if you want to glue them together, you can use dotty tape pen. I've got some of our favourite stick and spray here,
awesome.
Which is an adhesive, but dotty tape pen, equally simple. The way I like to do it is I like to put the lighter on top of this base and line it up that way. So just give me a second, I'm just going to...
No worries, you spritz away. Lynn saying another beautiful card. Becky, love the wacky hair colours in the last one. I love this username. We have some great usernames. Baroness Agro on YouTube.
Whoa!
I know. Baroness Agro. That is the winner of the best name so far. She's asking about colours in the 6-packs. I will find out and get back to you, Baroness. Baroness Agro. And Susie T says, great explanation, Becky, on these double-sided dies. Top job.
Oh, that's so nice, thank you. I'm just sticking this one on top. I just used a little bit of the sticker straight, and if you are going to be using it, just kind of leave it for sort of 20 seconds as I did then, and that kind of just helps get that nice and stuck down. And then I got some acetate. Now, I'm showing this acetate, and there's going to be so many of you at home going, Becky, how dare you? I've not been able to get my hands on it yet.
Oh, no.
It may well have, you may well have missed out on it, but...
I think it might still be in stock, you know.
Oh, really?
Is it from the Gnome collection?
It's from the watercolour.
Oh, that one's gone. Yeah, but we do have the one from the Gnomes in stock. It's quite similar.
Oh, well, Gnomes will be rad for that then.
There you go.
Perfect. Oh, you're such a problem solver.
All's well that Gnomes well.
So what I've got here is a piece of acetate that I did 7 inches by 6.5, and then all I did was I went on with the Scoremaster, which I've got coming up later on the show. I've just gone in at 1/2 inch on each side, and I've put some red liner tape on it.
Watercolour acetate is in stock, just on a delayed dispatch from the 18th of August.
Oh, okay, perfect.
There you are.
Oh, well, if you do fancy this one, that's quite good, because I did look at my set today, and when I walked in, it was like, a lot of the watercolours sold out. I thought, oh, well, that's what quite a lot of my things are related to today, because they're just so wonderful. They really are cool. So, yes, I've got this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stick and spray this one on, again, to the acetate. If you've got something a little bit different, again, you could use your dotty tape pen if you wanted to, then do feel free. And I just like to leave it a little bit, and I'm going to sort of even this out. And at this point, I like to fold my what are they called, the folds, let's say, the score lines in, and we're just going to add that on. Now, the thing about this is once you're adding a little bit of pressure to it, the more you add, it's kind of like with a lot of our adhesives, the more pressure you add, the more it's getting to know each other. So let's imagine, and it's the same for the red liner tape, if you put the red liner tape on, it will stick. every time you rub it together, imagine you're putting pressure on here. Every time you rub it together, it's almost like it's becoming more and more interwoven. So that
Great
gives it a
analogy.
really good stick. So that's stuck on now, great. But the fact that it can dome, if I show you it like that, the fact that it can dome, and look, you have got here, I'll just stick that bit down more. Even though it domes, you have still got that beautiful effect and stickability. Now I've just got to do that corner again. But again, it is absolutely perfect. So I've got that on there, and all I want to do now is pop it onto the back, and we're basically done. So I've got 2 pieces of card here that are identical. It's just white stamping card, nice and sturdy. And you can see the sizes on there, that's in inches. We have got, one of 2. Let's pop it that way. I do like my notes. I do look back on them and go,
Do
who
you?
wrote that? Oh, it were me.
You know, people turn up at like, I had this recently, I was at a very important sort of meeting type thing, and people are there with like printed documents that they are on tables with spreadsheets, and you know, all their detailing is laid out. I turn up with like 3 pages on my notebook, and it's just got scrawl all over it. And like, I'm alright with that, I know what it means, but I think people look at me and think,
how are you organising
what are you
that in
doing?
your head?
Like, how are you organising your life just in those scrolls? But for me, it's all in the right place.
You know what? I'm like that in general. My parents will both tell you, and I'll be honest, I still have one to this day. My floordrobe game is epic.
Floordrobe game is
you
good.
get in, you lob it on the floor, you wash it, you pop it on the floor, etc, etc. Your mum then says to you, where's your school tie? This is obviously a while ago, not recently. Where's your school tie? I know exactly where it is. It's the 3rd pile across from the left, just you know, under the 3rd jumper.
Yeah.
And I know where it all is. Where it all is.
My 2nd bedroom has turned into a walk-in floordrobe. Just stuff all over it's like just a walk-in floordrobe. You can close the door though, is the excellent bit. People go into your actual bedroom and go, oh my gosh, you're so clean and tidy, aren't you? They don't realise that you don't have someone else living with you. You have a whole 2nd room just to put your mess in. That's what I've got. It's excellent.
The mess room.
The mess room, yeah.
The mess room that, yes, no one's allowed to go into.
The mess room, guest room, yeah.
Yes.
No guests, just mess.
I like that. So I'm just popping this one back on, and the reason I'm just doing this is because I can write my lovely, you know, note to whoever there. If you were to write some at the back, obviously write that first, and then that just makes it nice and clean and finessed. And then I've got this beautiful lady, which from my memory is from the Annabelle's Monthly. So in here you'll see that you've got the beautiful stamp, but you also had the lady stamp. And then all I did was I popped them in and on together, and job was a good one basically. So I popped them onto that platform.
Nice.
And I just layered them up. And then I need some foam mats. Where are you? Here we go. So let's bob a couple of, oh, here you go. I've got my sizes on again. Oh, gosh, I was good the other day, wasn't I?
Really?
Writing these
Check you
down.
out.
I know. So I've got for you 2 inches by 1 inch and a 3/4 on this one.
If you want the foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll,
Is that a different
foam on a
tune?
roll. Oh, wait. Is that not the tune? How does it go then?
Oh, I can't remember, but I'm sure it's not like that. Everyone at home's now singing it.
That's how it goes, okay.
Right, okay,
honestly.
now you know.
Debbie Fisher the other day, I always say, oh no, 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 no. And then Debbie yesterday went, oh no, 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 no. It's not how it goes.
Oh, I like that though. It's quite
It's more jolly, isn't it? Oh no, 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 no.
And there we have it. It's all
Amazing.
A little bit better. There you go.
Love a domed front.
Yeah.
Absolutely so cute. And I bet you can play around with the colour combos here. You could have infinite possibilities when it comes to putting these together.
Completely. Imagine it with like sparkly cards and things like that. It could look so cool.
It could indeed. I'll just give you the details again for those then. So you're going to get the 3 double-sided dies, and you're getting the double-sided plates for £1.
Ooh.
Check out the saving. Everyone saves £50.92, £59.77, but platinum members Shut the front door. 24.83 or 28.02. Amazing value for money right there on that. Right, we must go back to the Gemini, because I know we'd said earlier that the plan was to have this running for the whole of our In for a Penny event. Over a third of the US stock has gone in just over 1 hour of us officially launching this event. The machine on its own, it's $139.99 or $199.95. You can probably find it on the website on its own for exactly that price at the moment. Don't get it, get this. And the machine's worth every single penny of that, because it's still coming with the user manual, all the dies and embossing folder you'd normally get, all of the plates that you need in there. There's so many hours of tutorials on this machine over on our website as well. But for a penny or a cent more, we are going to send you alongside this a mystery bag containing £100, over £100, over $150 worth of incredible dies and that you're going to use with this machine. So all completely relevant. So what better starting point to get yourself, especially if you're newer to crafting, you know someone that is newer to crafting, you're going to get the machine for what you'd normally pay for the machine for a penny more. We're going to send you loads of crafty goodies. It's an amazing deal. Over a third's gone of the stock in the US as well. What we're going to do is we're going to go, I was going to say back to the future, but we're not. Back to the past. We're going to step back a day to yesterday's show, because Digital Debbie was with me yesterday in the show, and she was talking us through our fantastic electronic machines. Let's take a look.
So we've had a talk around these machines. We know a little bit about the Gemini now, or a lot about the Gemini, and what the machines do. So we're going to have a look at what they can do for a electronic machine versus sort of a manual machine coming up. So the first one I'm going to be using, I'm going to start with the Gemini itself. It's my machine of choice because it's an A4 in size. So all your platforms that you get are A4. They're slightly bigger than an A4. So if you was to put a piece of card on, and I will demonstrate that, if we was to grab a piece of card and put that on, you can see you've still got an edge all the way around your platform, so it is slightly bigger. Now what the Gemini offers you is optical sensors that are inside the machine, so when you put your plates into the machine, it will grab them for you, take them through, and it will die cut whatever you're putting through. Now the thing with the Gemini is, why did we need a machine that has so much that we want so much pressure in? It's dies like this. Now this die is a really intricate die. It has lots of cutting points across it, everywhere on there, and it's quite hard sometimes for a machine to detect all these extra little cutting points, especially in the center of your die. So what we need is a machine that's going to locate all of those cutting detail and cut them in incredibly well. So I've just got myself a piece of matte mirror card. We're going to place that die onto the inside there. Now you've got all your plates. What I'm going to do to use mine is my base cutting mat. I'm going to place my card and my die side down. So your die, you can feel it. It's sort of rough, but it won't cut you. And you just lay that down into your mat. Now anyone that's watching that maybe doesn't know what a die is, because it's a bit of a strange word, isn't it, to say that you've got a die. It's classed as a die because we class it as a die cut, something that will do you a die cut. It's a little bit like laser cutting. If you can imagine being able to laser cut onto something and cut that intricate shape out, your dies do exactly the same thing for you. But what it makes is for us at home as crafters to be able to cut out all these intricate die cuts without having to do that laser treatment. So we're going to pop that down onto there, onto our mat. We're then going to lay down our cloudy shim, so our plastic shim, then going to put on top of that our magnetic, and then our top cutting plate, and we're going to run that through. Now what I have done, and just to show you, I've put it near the top of my machine, so when we push that through, it takes it from us. I don't have to guide that at all. As soon as I put that in, the machine itself, the optical sensors will detect what it's cutting. We've just had that, you could hear that little click. It means it's gone through and it's cut. I can then pause for whatever reason, and then I can unpause and it will go through, or we can press the reverse function. And this is what I was saying, is I don't have a lot of room at the back end of my craft room. I can then just take the machine machine back, my plates back out to the front, but not only that, it will give me another cut into my die, and it takes no time at all. So you can see every single part of that. I'm not hiding anything, all of that will absolutely come out, but you can then emboss your die. So the dual function of the Gemini means that we can use our embossing mats to go through and emboss in detail. But in saying that, and I can't actually find myself an embossing mat, so I'm just going to see if I've got one. Yes, we have. There's one. We've got one in our Gemini Junior, but actually that leads me on to letting you know that in your big machine you can use your Gemini plates. So with the same platform that we were doing with the cutting, what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to switch to my Gemini Junior plate so you can see. So you've got the option of both plates. I'm going to place my die on there. I'm going to use my rubber mat to go onto the top, and then we're going to use our plastic shim and our top cutting plate. I have took out our plate for the magnetic sheet to make room, and all we do this time is turn it round the opposite way. It will now take even less time to go through our machine, so within 8 seconds that's going to emboss my die absolutely beautifully. If I take that out, you'll be able to see how detailed this die is and how we've cut this. Now what I am going to do is give it a little tap, because tapping it will take all those pieces out, and then when I take this piece off, we have the most detailed die cut. So I've just gently lifted it, and I'm going to bring that piece of black card in. Now every single piece of these dies, even the tiny little leaves on the flowers, will lift up, and that's cut absolutely perfectly in one pass through the machine, but 2 passes if you're using your embossing folder. So to get this level of detail die cut out of your dies, the Gemini is definitely the machine for you. Now that's what we really want out of our die cutting machine. We want to know that we're in safe hands and it's going to cut all those intricate details. But what about if you are someone that sews at home, or you are someone that batch makes, and you're someone that wants to do multiple projects at a time? I've actually got 3 pieces of felt here. Now felt is very fibrous. You can see it's got all those little sort of fibres coming off of it, and it's quite a hard thing to cut out and not have those fibre edges sort of fraying or fluffing. I've got what we call a mixed media die, and it means I can now cut into my mat and through here no problem whatsoever. I'm going to take again, just to show you that you can do it in the bigger and the smaller machines, I'm going to bring in my metal shim, because what we want to do is cut metal to metal. So I'm going to pop those, and even though that's, I mean, you can see how thick that is. It's really, really thick. You might have layers of material. You could cut up to 8 layers of material in one pass through the Gemini, but we're going to lay that onto our metal shim, onto our platform, and then we're just going to use our plastic shim and our top plate on the top and run that through. So again, the machine's doing it for you. Now I'm just holding that in there so you can see how well it goes. I'm just going to slightly push that in. It literally takes it out of my hands. So if you want easy crafting, if you maybe have some dexterity problems, this machine is for you. Even lightweight plates, but I have every confidence that that is cut through like a hot knife through butter. If we look at the detail in here, so even having all those lines cut out, we have got not 1, not 2, but 3 of those butterflies, which are absolutely beautiful and cut first time every single time through the Gemini. So if you want an electronic machine that die cuts your intricate detail and die cuts your material, your felt, multiple layers of card, your cork, your mount board, lots of different materials, you are going to be able to cut through with these machines, which is amazing. Now what we are going to do though is bring in some embossing folders, because the Gemini has got that dual function. So not only does it cut and emboss dies, you also can put embossing folders through. Now I've got 2 embossing folders. One is a 3D embossing folder. Now this little small one comes with your Gemini Junior. This one is just a regular folder from one of Sarah's collections, which is just the snowflakes, and we're going to emboss both of these. Now what I am going to do is show you with different materials. So I've just got some, I think this is just regular cardstock that we've put into this folder, and then I've just used a mirror card into this one. Now with a 2D embossing folder, all you need to do is use your top and bottom cutting plates. But I always like to add that extra shim in, and it's a good thing with the Gemini because you can add those extra shims. So I'm using my metal shim again, and I'm just sandwiching it between the two plates, and we're going to run that through. And this works in all your electronic machines. So whether you are using your Gemini Junior, whether you're using your big Gemini Pro, whether you're using the regular Gemini A4 cutting machine, you are going to get the same effects time and time again. Now look at that. That is a regular 2D embossing folder, and it creates the most stunning embossing. You just wouldn't be able to get that deep level of embossing in any other machine. But what we are going to do is bring in our 3D folder. Now 3D folders haven't been around that long, but you'll know yourself that you can get that extra, it just takes it to a whole new level. Instead of having that up and across and down, you've now got this sculptured effect, and to have this folder in with your Gemini Junior is amazing. This time we need a different configuration for our platform, so what we are going to do is bring in our plastic shim, our magnetic mat, our folder, and then our top plate. And then you just run those all through. So nice and easy. And please don't worry, I mean, I know you can rewind this back and you can watch, but all your instructions are in a booklet in the Gemini machine. So whichever machine you go for, you get full instructions with those, which is amazing. And then bringing that in, you get that. Now look at the different levels that we've got on there. You've got that foreground, foreground. It just looks amazing. Even texture detail right in the base. These truly are just amazing machines to use, and you'll be able to get so much out of all your machines. But there you go. If you want an electronic machine, the Geminis come with the A4 cutting machine, the Gemini Junior, which is an A5, and then the really big daddy, which comes with a 12 by 12 folders, or your A3 folders, and all those electronic machines will work beautifully. And there you go. That's our Gemini family of electronic machines.
There, the lovely Debbie Fisher, my TV wife there. How amazing. Remember, if you want to grab a hold of this, over a third gone now. First day of this deal. We thought we were going to run this until the 15th of August. However, so busy on this at the moment, because you are getting over £100 or over $150 worth of incredible freebies that you're going to use with the machine included. £112 or $159.97 if you are a platinum member. If you've been thinking upgrading, or then what a brilliant time to do so. Now, I want to move on, and I want to share with you some of our discovery kits. Now, what you're going to get in here is you're going to get the advanced discovery kit in here. That's what you're paying for. This one, the Art of Illustration, the original discovery kit, so incredibly popular, and you're getting the original one for a penny. How amazing is that? Now, the great thing about these is that they are literally the beginnings of a hobby in a box, and they are put together with amazing artists. It's Tatiana Kuvaldina that put this one together for us, and you can see some of the incredible projects that you're going to be able to create using this. There's this one available for you, and then also have another option as well. I think these are great. Either keep the original one for yourself, give one as a gift, or keep the new one for yourself, the advanced one, and then give the other one as a gift. Look at these. I always struggle to get my head around, Becky, the fact that these are two-dimensional. You look at them, they look like they've been kind of like decoupaged up, don't they? Yeah. Incredible. And you're going to get all the hints and tips in here that you need. And with this one, this is the one that you are paying for. They are such a gorgeous gift. And then we're going to give you the original one in here for £1, which is amazing. What I love about these, Becky, is that they are sort of themed, aren't they? Because sometimes I think when you look at colouring as a whole umbrella hobby, well, it's the biggest craft going, isn't it, firstly? Sometimes it's like, where do I start? Trying to learn all the lessons at once. I love that these are in like bite-sized chunks for you, sort of tick one technique off at a time.
That's such a cool way of putting it. It's almost like if you, I don't know, bought like a recipe pack, you know, you can get like recipe packs, can't you, delivered to your door, say.
Yeah.
Imagine it was like, oh, you're going to get the Italian cooking pack.
Perfect,
You know
yeah.
the type of thing you're going to be using. But actually, if you kind of got them all different ingredients from like Chinese cuisine, Italian cuisine, you know, American cuisine, all in one box, it'd almost be too much.
Where am I going to start?
Yeah, where I'm going to start, what am I going to do? So you're totally right. This is like an Italian cooking box.
I love that.
So the one we're going to look at today with this one is the mandala, the blended mandalas collection. I have pretty much all of the Discovery kits, and I have to say that this is one that I really do love, and I'm really glad that I've been able to get to grips with it. Now, if you've not seen these before, let's talk about them. These Discovery kits are perfect for loads of different people to get involved with, even people who've never done colouring before. So this one says, for the mindful colourist. When we talk about mindfulness, it's kind of almost meditative, it's got an element to it of peacefulness, and trust me, it is going to be nearly impossible to do this kit and get stressed. It is so relaxing. It is truly, truly wonderful. In fact, was so relaxing. Normally, when I'm doing my colouring, I'll catch up on my soap operas like Coronation Street or Hollyoaks. But with this one, genuinely, I was playing with it the other day. I just had to turn the telly off because I was just so focused. So let me open this up and tell you what we're getting in here. I've caught that on something somehow. So in here, first things first, let's talk instruction booklet. Well, I say instruction booklet. This is like your learning guide. It's a little bit like if you, I don't know, go into a lecture and you almost have kind of, notes on what's going to happen in the lecture before you start. That's what this is. So you get to meet the artist. Baz is a UK-based artist and is really interested in geometric designs. If you do want to go and have a little look on his social media, he's quite easy to find because his name's quite unusual. Oh my gosh, the pieces that you can find on there.
Do you know that he's a prison guard, prison officer? He's like, he's basically like head honcho at a prison, but is also an incredible artist. And he's like this amazing gentle giant. He's such a top bloke.
Do you know what though? That kind of makes sense because surely that job is mega stressful.
Yeah.
You want to get home and you want to do something, zen.
Absolutely.
That's so cool, I didn't know that. So yes, in here we talk about the tools that you're going to be getting. It talks to you about the pigment and the art liners as well. And what I will say is you get 2 art liners within this, as I will show you now. And these are lifesavers. You know when the lovely Jo was mentioning, it's so cool how it looks kind of 3D. These really, really, really help with that. So in here you will get lots of information, including things like simple blending. What I love about this one that not all of them do is it does give you a step-by-step guide. And so you can follow this kind of verbatim to get that finished look if you wanted to. You're going to get those lovely pens as well. And let me just talk you through these briefly in case you've not seen them before. You are going to be getting your light shade, which although this is tonally light, so sorry, when I'm talking about tone, what do I mean? What's a good way of explaining it? It's a little bit like if you're making yourself a cup of coffee. This is a cup of coffee with, I don't know, 4 tablespoons of milk in it.
Yeah.
This is a cup of coffee with 1 in it.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the same coffee. Sorry, I'm just like, pull the analogy back. It's the same thing, but dependent on the darkness and deepness of it. So these are your different colours, but due to your techniques, you can help blend these in together. So you make that kind of colour layering a little bit more subdued. So all of this is explained in those booklets, so I won't go on about it too much. Another one that you get in the pack are blank pieces of paper. Now, I love doing dot art. If you're interested in dot art, that is what these are going to be perfect for.
Sounds like a fabulous Scandinavian singer, and here she is with her brand new single, Dot Art.
Dot art.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love that.
Songs, very moody and...
Very moody, lots of rain in the background, yeah.
I love that.
Nice.
Yeah. Songs such as, I don't know, Don't Break
Scribble on Me.
Yeah, don't break my...
Don't break my nib.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah. Anyway, if
I went.
you wanted to do your dot art, then you absolutely could. I'll talk more about that in a minute. So you do get these drawings in here as well, and this is the one that I'm going to be nattering about now. And I want to kind of talk about your art liner pens here, because the interesting thing with your art liner pens is that they are made predominantly for adding shade and depth. So where I am here, you're seeing that I'm adding sort of a fluting, if you will, to this design. So that's what gives it a little bit more depth. Obviously, you'll see I've gone through quite a few of the original lines here. It's just to kind of give you that element. But what you may well notice as well is, before you colour this, you can make it what you want it to be. So this is a really simple one, but keen-eyed amongst you may well have noticed that in this large area here, on the one I've coloured in, there's actually a different element where there's two-tone. And the keen-eyed will have noticed as well that in this section here, there's one circle, but on here we've got the kind of 3 circles going into each other. These are elements that I would add in, and this is a really, really basic technique. I mean, you could add absolutely everything. If you go and have a little look online and you look at things like doodle art, these kind of elements are really brought into there. You know, you could even, if you wanted to, get really nice and intricate and do something like zigzag design around this element, and then colour them in alternately. And then you could even switch colours between each one of the circlets.
Nice.
And what that is going to do is give you really intensity. You can be kind of as free form with this as you wish. I'm going to finish that. Do you know what? This is another great thing about it. My brain well, I think a lot of us would naturally go, well, you have to go all the way around now, but actually I could just stop it there, and I could carry on doing that and just stop it in different areas. So it's totally up to you. Once you've done that, let's go on in with our pens. So what I'm going to be using on this one first is I'm going to go light. Now, obviously in this section, just to make it really basic, if this is the first time you have ever done colouring outside of, you know, school, and let me just remind you, these are not normal felt tips. This is one thing that's really important. The brush nibs that I did before, obviously I have the brush nib, these ones different. These are sort of a solid nib, if you will. These are not just like the felt tips that you'll go down and get. The integrity, let's say, of them is special, and it's because of the formulation inside. This formulation is a complete and absolute one-off. You know, this isn't something you can just, as I say, nip down to a local shop and get anything similar at all. This is a completely unique formulation, which is why it's brilliant if you don't want to break the bank, because let's face it, this whole set, everything I've just shown you, all of this, the instructions and the papers, all of that is a penny.
Amazing.
So you're literally not breaking the bank on this today. So if it is something that you've kind of thought, oh, well, I've tried X, Y, and Z brand and it wasn't quite for me, maybe now is actually going to be your time to try something different, because I do like colouring, you know, done it for a bit of time, these designs, but these really are kind of groundbreaking. They just feel like you're sort of levelling up, if you were. One little tip that I will say to you too, if this is your first time, is when you're going flat into more intricate areas, for example, let's just go into a dot section here. You naturally will want to fill that dot, but what can happen sometimes is it can spread a little bit. So I know it's quite hard to see because you're above, but what I like to do, and I'll show you the technique I've just done there sort of properly, what I like to do is go in with a very delicate dot and then over again and over again, and what it does, it almost spreads into a circle, and that's what I like to do, because sometimes if you draw a circle, it can almost move out. The great thing with this one though is, do you know what, let me just prove a point here. Let's go a little bit over. Oh no, I've gone over the edge, it's ruined. No, because I've got my art liner. So you can see it slightly moving out. That's just because of the formulation. If I go around with my art liner, all of a sudden it's nice, neat and tidy, and actually, if I were to sort of spin this around, you wouldn't be able to tell which one had gone over the edge. So
I actually quite like them a bit bolder.
They're a bit snazzy actually, aren't they? So this is the type of thing you're going to be doing, and you're going to be adding all of these in and up together. It's not just the blue that you've got in this collection. Obviously, I could sit here and colour that in for yonks, but you know, we've not got a full show. I'm going to go for the green now, just to give you an idea of the other colours that you're getting in here. So I've shown you the lovely blues. The greens, I think, are just stunning. This is light green blend. I love that. Oh my gosh, I was about to say something really weird then, and now I can't think of anything else
I think you're going to have to say it now.
Do you ever
Don't change it. Don't change it.
No,
Come on,
I
give it to
can't.
us both
No, I
barrels
can't.
now.
No, because the thing is, I was just this is how my head was working then. Don't say that, Bex. That's really weird. Oh no, now I can't think of anything else to say. The sentence is over. The light colour on this makes me feel like if you were to lick it, it would taste like spearmint. Do you know what I mean? That's what was going on in my head.
Don't lick it.
Don't lick it.
No.
That would be ridiculous.
Don't lick anything at the moment. That's the rule of thumb.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, but it's true. That's what it reminds me of.
It
Anyway.
is very. I do kind of see what you're saying, but it is a bit weird. Yeah, I agree with you.
I like how diplomatic you were then. I do kind of know what you're saying. But yeah, I'm just getting these out just so you can actually see the difference in the colours. And the thing is, you will be able to blend these over and in on one another. And this is not like, again, your average pens. You'll be able to see, for example, how varied they are now. Give them a few moments, they will blend in better. You see how when I originally did that one, let me just go over with the light again. Where have you gone? This is another great thing, light, mid and dark. When you go over with the light again, it will kind of blend it in even more and you can overlap it and overlay it. When I did those originally, right at the start of the demo, they were really 3 distinctly different elements, just like these are now. But give them a little bit of time, let them settle in, and the blendability of these is next level. It gives you really professional finishes, such as, for example, this one, without having to be really pedantic and really difficult. So these are the types of elements, things that you can create and make. All of that I've shown you, there, only a penny.
Amazing, really is amazing. 2 different options again here for you, remember. So you've got mandalas, which is what the lovely Becky's just been taking us through. You're going to get this one for a penny, and you're paying for that one just there. They are absolutely extraordinary. They're like a kind of education in a box, which is fantastic on both of those. We've also then got for you the illustration. So I'm making a lot of mess today. With the illustration, remember, you are buying this one just here. We are giving you this one here free of charge, which is amazing. Some of the amazing things that you can do with that. Right, Becky, should we do, well, let's share with everyone how they can watch and shop at the same time. And then after we've done that, should we do card of the show after that? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. You all right? Okay, let's do that. Go.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We should make I reckon we should make like a editor's cut, Becky, of like all the things that happen underneath the pieces of video, don't you? I mean, some of them would be quite hilarious. Mostly us talking about TikTok videos and trying to find useless information online is what tends to happen mostly under these videos.
And a bit of singing from you, which
And
is nice.
a bit of singing, yeah, as well. Right, should we do vote for the card of the show? Then I think we should, don't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it.
Should I hold them next to me?
Yeah.
I've not done this before.
Have you not?
No.
The inaugural
Sus.
card of the show.
Yeah. So exciting. Okay, so I'm not showing the mandala one because I didn't sort of finish that. So I'll just go for these ones. Let's go in order, shall we?
Let's.
So we've got numero uno, which was my friend's promotion-inspired card for their monochrome party.
Lovely.
So number one. Then the second one was the Annabelle Spenceley one where we got our tri-blends out. And then the final one was the window dice. So,
amazing.
3, 2, 1.
You vote. The choice is yours. You have the power. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. You've got, let's say we'll give you 5 minutes to get your votes in. So do go and vote. Now, just want to remind you again of the Gemini Junior deal. Still so exceptionally busy for this over on the website. You guys are loving it. It's exception. I mean, that's exceptional because what you're paying for the machine, you're paying a penny more than you normally pay, but for that penny more, still going to give you everything in the box included as you'd expect. So the dies, embossing folder, all of your plates, the manual, all the usual gubbins in there for you. But then what you're also going to get is £100 or $150 worth of incredible goodies in here as well. Now I've only got a snapshot of these, I believe. Because you've got things like caring thought stuff in here, all going to be dies and stamps which are going to work with the machine, which is amazing. Absolutely incredible value. Platinum members £112 or £159.97 if you want to get your hands on these. Now, something else I need to tell you about is a brilliant deal on our colour blends. Now, you buy one and then you get the other one for a penny. I mean, come on. You can't buy anything for a penny. That is a 45% saving, which is redonkadonk, great value for money. Now, so that one there was the shades and tones and florals. You can go over them for the naturals and the primaries too. It's up to you. The choice is yours. Now, these have been so busy. Whenever we bring these, Becky, they absolutely fly out the door time and time again. How have you found using it? When it comes to colouring and stuff, is there sort of like a certain thing that you find yourself doing over and over again? Is there like a certain thing you love to colour?
It's a really, really good question. It totally depends on like what kind of a day I've had.
Okay.
So if I've had one of those days that's been like go, 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 the last thing I want to do is sit down and do something really intricate. Whereas if I've had one of those kind of, relaxing days, those kind of days where you feel like, well, I have been busy today, but what have I actually done?
Yes,
that's when
I
I
know
want to
the
get into the intricacies of things. For me, colour blend pencils, they are so much more forgiving, let's say, than maybe the likes of pens, etc. are. And they are so beautifully thought out. And I've already mentioned this, but growing up, my dad was an art teacher, and he used to have art galleries that he would put his work into, and he travelled all over the world doing paintings and art. And it was kind of the pencil set that I got started off with. So the pencil set that I would have nowhere near this range of colour. Also, there'd be kind of willow charcoals and things like that in there. But I just remember the price that these used to be, and when I was younger, I really can't remember how old I was, but it was definitely for a birthday or a Christmas that I kind of got artist quality pencils as like a gift, as opposed to the ones that you maybe get for kids when they're a bit younger. You can get them down your local supermarket for a tenner for a pack of 20 or whatever. I remember getting that upgrade and feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm officially a grown-up, which I suppose if you think that, you're probably not. But yeah, that's totally what these remind me of. But again, in all honesty, the range of these is so much better than even those artistic ones that I got brought up in. So let me talk you around them first, just in case you've never seen these before. They come in your metal tin. And here at the bottom is a brief description, let's say, of each of the colours. That is also depicted here on the back. So you're getting loads within here. The white, the snow white, is the lightest hue, and then tonally you'll sort of vary through, and I'd say tonally alpine is probably one of your darkest. But as you can see when you look at these, you're going through the ranges. Now this one here is the naturals colour. This one I couldn't do without at all. This one for me is one that's almost like your natural primary colours. I think this is a really versatile one. And if I open this up for you, you'll be able to see just how stunning that selection and that range is. Now, I've gone through one set of my Spectrum Noirs, so they're all about sort of this size. They got on much, much shorter, but this is a new pack for me, which is very exciting. So as you can see, each of them has got the name on them, explains what they are, and the thing that's so special about these is what's inside them. So the nibs of these, or the element that runs through, this isn't a lead like you'll get in a lot of your pencils. This is a wax with a pigment within it. Those are essentially the two ingredients, and that is it. And it's the wax quality that makes these oh so special. That wax quality is really what takes these to the next level, and also that wonderful pigment within it. It's a little bit like, how would I put it? If I were to compare these to, say, those pencils you can get in the supermarket for a couple of quid that you know you might draw with, it's almost like you as an adult being able to drive an actual car,
right,
and you as a kid having a car and going vroom, vroom. This is your car, okay? Yeah. This is the proper one. Yeah, all right, you used to play with toy cars, but now let's step it up. So in here, you've got a big range of colour. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to colour in one of my stamps. Little tip for you with these, they have a little divot, let's say, at the bottom of these. So if you do want the colour, pop your finger in, it pops straight up for you. That just saves you trying to mess around with them all. So I've got here my Amazon green, and actually what I'll do is I'll go Amazon green, then I'll do shamrock, and then I'll do the one next to it, which is your peacock green. These naturally come next to each other within the collection, but if you're anything like me and you get into a bit of a rush and a bit of a hurry, you will see that they're actually in an order on the back as well. So you see here it goes shamrock, Amazon green, and then it goes to peacock green. So if for some reason you do get a bit confuffled, then do not ye worry, because it is explained there on the back. But oh, honestly, the smoothness of these, I wish I could kind of, I don't know, jump through your screen right now and go, here, go on, have a go on this pencil. It's so, it feels so beautifully smooth actually hitting the paper. It really is next level. It gives you, there's none of that scratchiness. Has anyone ever bought a pencil and worked with a pencil and you can always hear it scratching? This feels like velvet on the paper, and look at that blendability. Now, I would obviously talk to you about our blending fluid and talk to you all about that, and I may well do as time goes on, but that is for next level. If you do not have them and this is all you're going to be getting today, because I don't know if we've got any in stock, then the blend that you will get on these as is exemplary. You can almost not see the variation in those tones, and that is great if you're giving something a lovely 3D effect.
How much sort of pressure are you applying here, Becky, if anyone's new to these?
Well,
because I know what it's like when I was a kid with a pencil. You literally had to scrawl it on to get any sort of effort out of it.
Well, do you know what? If we do, it's very much up to your own style. But for me, if I want something that is very genteel, I will naturally move my hand to the end of the paper, and actually I will usually put it in just to the sort of soft of my hand. And this is if I want a really nice, gentle sweep. So if you have a look at that, you'll see how gentle it is. So that is hardly any pressure, as in you can actually move the pencil, it's hardly any pressure at all. But if you do want to go in for pressure, you really can go in. I just move my pencil and my hand down the pencil a little bit further. And then one that I use a lot for outlining things, so let's just draw a star just because it's easy. I'll put my hand really far down, and you will see that intensity is even more. That is the exact same
That's amazing.
pencil, the exact same. And you can even this is another one that I do quite often, especially for like if you're doing water, sort of water shimmers. What I'll do is I'll start quite far away in the distance, and then I will leave my pencil where it is and shuffle my hand up and go a little bit deeper and darker and more intense.
Oh, that's a top tip. I love that.
And then I'll move it a tiny bit further and a tiny bit further until I get right down to the main section. So it almost gives you, like, if you draw sort of a, sunset web there, almost gives you like a graduation on water. So that's one I do quite often. So yeah, I got out the lovely Annabelle Spenceley again. This one is the beautiful collection, and we thought that we'd do a little bit of colouring on her. So what colour do I think she might fancy wearing? Oh, see, I told you I didn't put the lid on properly. Let me use the blues. I'm going to use a blue into a green. So again, depending on what set you get will depend on the colours that you get, but what I will say to you with these is, if you do not have the blending solution, do not ye worry, it does not matter at all. Because the wax in them is so stunning. And what I like to do to build up dimension is, I like to go around the areas in the same direction that I might expect the light to hit them. So I like to do that first. So you'll see the curve of that I'm almost following with the curve of the pencil mark that I'm making. But the lovely thing is, you can't actually see that as a deep line. That's probably quite light actually, I'm gonna go a bit darker. But you can't see that as there's one flat line. It just looks like, do you know what it almost looks like? Because the wax in this is so good. It's almost like I've just picked up a, banana-shaped stamp, popped it in a bit of blue ink and gone, because there is no sort of start or end to this. And again, really build up those colours. They blend in absolutely beautifully together, so you really can have a great time with these. And as I say, I was relatively young when I, got given like my first proper set of, artist pencils. And I think this would be an incredible gift for somebody who is maybe, I will be honest with you, I would normally say for something like this, maybe they're going off to college, they want something, to keep them entertained, or maybe you're looking at creating something, someone's going to do, art for GCSEs, you want to get them something special. Do you know what, at the price we're doing these today, there is nothing stopping you getting this for someone who's maybe a little bit younger, who maybe just has shown a little penchant for art, really likes art class. At this deal, this isn't something you necessarily have to save up for. This is something that you can treat that person to right here, right now, if that makes sense. Because you think about them, £12.50 a tin, you couldn't go out and buy, even if you went and bought, the other pencils we were talking about, the very much entry-level ones, to go out and get 24 of those for £10, you'd be on to pretty much a winner anyway, I think. So the fact that these are amazing artist quality without talc and filler and all those other things in them, it's just incredible. It really is. You're gonna have so much fun with them, you really are. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, really lovely. And remember, there you're getting the colour blend pencils, naturals and primaries in that collection. There is another one for you. I'm hearing a lot of your multi-ordering going for both options. Shades and tones and florals is the other option for you as well. So fill your boots, I would say, whilst you're getting one of them for a penny. Are you ready to crown the inaugural Rebecca Redican card of the show, Becky? It is card number 2, the Annabelle Spenceley. Amazing. Oh, that's nice. So we'll pop that up onto the cabinet of creativity. We'll pick another winner. Oh, we've got all of them to do later, haven't we? So we've got to do card of the show, card of the day, card of the week in the later show. It's a big, big day. Right, don't forget as well about the Gemini Junior. You're going to have to be quick for this. Absolutely the star of the show in this show. Make sure you get it whilst it's on such a stunning deal. You're paying for the machine plus a penny or a cent, and we are giving you then over £100, over $150 worth of incredible goodies. All of these goodies compatible with your Gemini Junior as well. So definitely things that you would come back and purchase at a later date, I think, and going to give you loads and loads of brilliant inspiration too. So many people are loving those colour blends. Susie T says the colour blend pencils added to the alcohol markers look absolutely stunning. Yes.
Baroness Agro, my new favourite username, completely in love with the Aquablend coloured pencils. I'm using them constantly now, glad to hear it. Lots of love for all your demos from Susie T, Impul, Beth, Pamela and Neela. So yes, really, really gorgeous. We are together again, aren't we, for 2 hours later, Becky? Second Chance Sunday. What can we expect from that later show?
Oh, good question. Tell me.
Can you imagine?
We can. We have got coming up for you lots of extra little treats. I'm just looking beside me as a brief reminder. Oh, way up, I've got the embossing box.
Oh, an embossing box?
Yeah, it's one of the mix and matches. And it's one of the craft kits, and it's like focused on embossing folders, and I loved it. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, so we've got that. So we're going to be demoing with that. We've got loads of other little extra goodies as well.
Sharon Carolis will be joining us via digital Sharon. Anyone that's not here, like live with us, we use clips of them. I choose to call them digital that. So we had digital Debbie earlier. We've got digital Sharon later.
Oh, I call them past. Yeah. So I say like, oh,
she's alive and well. She's alive and well.
I did one with Bernie the other day. Was it Bernie or Jan? And I was like, oh, this is Jan from the past.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh. I don't know why it really makes me laugh. I was going to quote a musical and I just can't quite remember the exact full line.
No. Hang on.
But it's it's gone. It'll come back to me. The
gone.
moment we end this show, I'll be like, there it is.
Spring to mind.
Right, don't forget to check out your baskets, especially if it contains that Gemini Junior, because it is exceptionally busy on that at the moment. Myself and Becky will be back again, Second Chance Sunday, your chance to get some of the hottest deals of the last couple of weeks. And then looking forward to tomorrow, Ben will be here with you, with Craig, and Wake Up Calls. So if Becky and I don't see you a little later this evening, 2 hours time, it's your 2 hour warning, then make sure you come back and join Ben and Craig a little tomorrow. Massive thanks to Becky, absolute pleasure to be with you in the studio, and we'll see you back here. We'll do it all again in 2 hours. Take care.